Navigating ISF for temporary importation. In today's video, are you wondering if the Importer Security Filing, ISF, can be filed for a temporary importation? In this video, we will explore the topic in detail and provide insights on whether ISF filing is required for temporary imports. So, let's dive in. Before we discuss ISF filing for temporary importation, let's briefly review what the ISF is. The ISF is a mandatory filing requirement by the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, CBP, for most ocean shipments entering the United States. It requires importers, or their licensed customs brokers, to provide advance information about the cargo to the CBP before it arrives in the U.S. Now, let's address the question at hand. Can the ISF be filed for a temporary importation? The answer is generally no. The ISF filing requirement is primarily applicable to goods that are intended to enter the United States permanently. Temporary importations, on the other hand, typically have different customs procedures and requirements. Temporary importations occur when goods are brought into a country without the intention of them remaining permanently. These goods may be used for a specific purpose or event, such as trade shows, exhibitions, repairs, or demonstrations. The customs procedures for temporary importations are designed to facilitate the temporary entry and subsequent re-exportation of the goods. When it comes to temporary importations, instead of ISF filing, other customs documentation and procedures are usually required. Importers engaging in temporary importation are typically required to complete a specific customs declaration, often known as a temporary import bond, TIB, or a CARNET document. These documents provide detailed information about the goods, including their purpose, duration of stay, and the commitment to re-export them within a specific time frame. The purpose of temporary importations is to facilitate trade without imposing unnecessary duties or taxes on goods that will eventually leave the country. By allowing temporary imports, countries encourage international business activities, exhibitions, and other temporary ventures while ensuring proper control and monitoring. One widely recognized document for temporary importation is the CARNET document. A CARNET is an international customs document that simplifies the temporary importation process for goods. It serves as a passport for the goods, allowing them to move across borders without paying duties or taxes. The issuing organizations, such as chambers of commerce, guarantee the payment of any customs duties or taxes if the goods fail to be re-exported as required. The CARNET document is a comprehensive customs declaration that includes detailed information about the goods, such as their value, description, origin, and intended use. It acts as an alternative to the ISF filing for temporary importations, as it focuses specifically on facilitating the smooth movement of goods without burdening importers with the complexity of permanent import procedures. Importers engaging in temporary importations are strongly advised to work closely with a customs broker who specializes in this area. Customs brokers have the expertise and knowledge to navigate the various documentation requirements and customs procedures associated with temporary importations. They can help importers understand and fulfill their obligations, ensuring a smooth and compliant temporary importation process. Temporary importations are common in various industries, such as trade shows, exhibitions, film productions, and equipment rentals. For example, in the case of trade shows, exhibitors often bring their products temporarily into a country to showcase them to potential buyers without the intention of permanently selling or distributing them in that country. It's important to note that the specific procedures and requirements for temporary importations can vary depending on the country and the goods involved. Importers should consult with a customs broker or the appropriate authorities in the country where the temporary importation will take place to ensure full compliance with the local regulations and documentation requirements. Another important consideration for temporary importations is the obligation to re-export the goods within the specified time frame. Failure to fulfill this obligation can result in penalties, fines, or even seizure of the goods. Importers must maintain accurate records and ensure that the goods are returned or re-exported as required by the customs authorities. The ISF filing is generally not required for temporary importations. Instead, importers engaging in temporary importations should focus on complying with the specific customs procedures and documentation requirements for temporary entries. Customs brokers, with their specialized knowledge, can provide invaluable assistance in navigating the complexities of temporary importations and ensuring compliance with all applicable regulations. Thank you for joining us today as we explored the topic of ISF filing for temporary importations. We hope you found this information helpful. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications for more informative videos on customs brokerage and international trade. Stay tuned for our upcoming content.